So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually use Claude Code with your Roblox Studio. We're not going to do any of that MCP bullshit, but so what you're going to do is we're going to make a new base plate because otherwise, how am I going to show you? Okay. Now, usually what people are going to show you is they just go to manage MCP server and then you do whatever the fuck they just show you here. Okay. We're not doing that. Okay. We're not going to do any of whatever this is. Okay. This is dog one. What we're going to do is we're going to go here, copy this. Okay. And we're not going to do whatever the other video said, the other guy said. What we're going to do is we're going to go to our web browser actually, and then we're going to install this. We're going to install Rojo. If you don't know what Rojo is literally just like syncing from code in your computer to Studio. So on the bottom, you have your computer. You literally your laptop here, okay? And there's code on your laptop. What happens is Rojo syncs over the code from your computer into Studio. And it does this. Why do we want to do this? Because one, version control. You can literally revert the game version back to wherever. And two, branches. When you're working with multiple people, you're able to branch out and then merge back in once everyone is done with their systems, whatever they're building, once they're done. And the third, you can work on two games at once. Now it's kind of like well, not two games, but two places at once. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But we're gonna install this and just follow my commands really. But we're gonna install RoKit. If you don't know what RoKit is, then literally like think npm packages, except it's for Roblox. So we're gonna do. Well, first we need to install RoKit, which I already installed RoKit. And so all I gotta do is I just need to put in RoKit in it. If you don't have RoKit, you gotta install it. I'm not gonna show you guys how to do that here. This video is gonna be way too long. I'm just gonna show you how I set up my projects for you guys. The way how I set up mine is completely different. But then we're gonna add a Rojo, and then Rojo and RoKit install. So now we have Rojo. What we're gonna do now is Rojo serve. But we can't do that because we didn't set up the project yet. Because if we list out, what we have inside the folder, we just have RoKit. We don't have like a way to sync our scripts. So what we do is we just do Rojo in it. And then what this does is it'll create uh, three things. And if we open it up, I'll have to blur some of these out, but if we open it up, what we have here is three things: SRC, and default project JSON, and a README. Now, you can ignore these two, but in here, I'm just gonna delete all of this because I don't need that. But the main thing here is inside client and server. Now, client and server, if we sync it, the way how we sync is Rojo server. We'll sync it, and then same thing in Studio, we'll just press connect. I hope you have it installed, by the way. But if we check in here, we have a client script, and then we have a server script. Where did these come from? Well, if you look in here, inside default project JSON, if you take a look at this JSON file, we'll have we'll see that in server script servers where it's listed out, the name of the script is placed and where it is inside your computer. So if I decide to say like, it's gonna change the name. Anyway, let's go back. It's gonna change the name. Now, if I press run, it's gonna print two things, and it's all from the script. This is the server script. This is the client script, and it shows the same thing inside client and server. So what happens if I change it on the server inside my computer? If I just say like, I don't know, hello YouTube, and save it. Make sure you save it, by the way, and then press run again. That's gonna say hello YouTube. So that's how the first step to actually using Claude Code with Rojo, but I haven't gone into that yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna start putting Rojo on my terminal here and reconnect it. But let's say we have our Claude session now. So I'm assuming that you have Claude Code installed, but if you don't, then install it. Make sure you're in the right folder as well, because yeah, I'm in the right folder. But we will, and I need to switch my effort to low, and then run auto to Sonnet, because I don't want to use too much credits. But what I'm going to do here is, now that we're connected to our Claude Code and we actually have Rojo synced, they're going to work together. The way how it works is, um, let's say we wanted the server to create a part. We don't want to create a part just yet. We just want to create it from code. So what we're going to do is create a part, create a base part. Wait, gosh. Create a base part from the server on load. So then we're going to let this do its thing. We'll just wait. So, how's your day been? Okay, well, anyways. So now I created the um, spawn base point, but you can say that I actually created the script and everything. And if we go back to our local code base, that is not supposed to happen. I don't know what it is doing. So, okay, when it calls a Roblox Studio like this, the problem is that when we sync again, watch the script, okay? When we sync with Rojo, okay, well, there's gonna be a problem. If if let's say the script was actually on the server, okay, we're gonna disconnect, and now we're gonna connect again. See, it just got deleted. The problem is that when you use Roblox Studio MCP and it creates a script through the MCP, that script can be risk at being deleted when we make changes to our local code base. So what we do is we're just gonna tell Claude to edit on our local disk. So what we're gonna say is, from now on, um, when we script, from now on when we script, edit, make changes on our local disk, the code, and then we have to give it some context. So the code will be synced through Rojo. So now after that happens, Claude will actually remember it, but before it actually does remember, it's also because it's only going to remember in this context. So what we're gonna have to do is we have to, after this I'll show you, but right now it's writing to memory. You can see that it has like a local memory and stuff like that, but you can't rely on that all the time. So what Claude did was they gave us this. They gave us slash init. And what slash init does is it makes a file called claude.md. And what claude.md does is, on every Claude session, it loads in. So it will remember everything if you make changes. Or it will remember everything that is loaded before you chat with Claude. Now I don't know, usually my Claude doesn't act like this because I use Opus all the time. But well, now if you make a new chat, right? I'm gonna say like create in I would say in our server script, print 6 more lines. I don't know, something like that, okay? So what we're gonna do is it's gonna actually like edit this script here for us. Wait for it, I don't know. There you go. So they're gonna print 6 more lines. And then if we go back to our studio and then open our server script, it's been synced. Mind the font. I don't really use Studio as script editing. But now when we run it, it'll do exactly what we just did. The only difference is your code is on your machine, where Claude can have direct access and can look at the entire code base without having to lose context and memory because you're limited to an MCP server. Now, the only reason why I would ever use an MCP server is if I want Claude to understand how I structure a map or how I structure my game inside folders. So I can have like a map, right, map, and then inside the map is another folder called components. Inside another one is like militias, inside another one is like decorations. No, I'm not gonna do it in this video because it's already 10 minutes, but after this, what you want to do, or in this context, I'll lose my train of thought here, but in this context here, I'll tell Claude to go through XYZ map, learn about the structure, and then write code so that in every map it's reusable, and do XYZ for each map, because in each map here we'll always have a component folder, and in the component folder it could be like a part, right? And it's called like, I don't know, anchor, and then I can have like map two, and then map two is gonna have another anchor as a component. So every map actually has a part named anchor, and then Claude understands this. The only thing is that most people will just use a system with the MCP server, and then they'll get nowhere because Claude doesn't have a full context. Claude cannot see the whole code base. And that's why Rojo comes in clutch here. But the video is already 12 minutes. Hope you guys actually learned something. If you guys actually like and enjoyed this video, and I'll make another one. Maybe I have time. I do have time, but yeah, hope this video helped you guys.